Main event of UFC Fight Night. We got Curtis Blaydes and one of the living legends of the heavyweight division.
Oh, yeah.
Junior Dos Santos. What do you think?
So I think first off, possibly the best walkout song combination of all time.
What was Razor?
So you had the Rocky Balboa,
Of course.
traditional running through the streets of Philadelphia themes.
Yeah.
And then for Razor Blaydes, you had the finish him. Test
he
your
comes out the
might,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
And
that's
I said,
sick.
oh, this is awesome. This is like this is well worth the
Yeah.
time spent watching it, and we're not even through the walkouts yet.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's a great thing to come out.
That
to.
is such an
Gets people
awesome.
hyped.
Two great walkout songs.
But let's get into the fight. What do you think about Curtis Blaydes? Stopping one of the legends.
Yeah, I think Curtis Blaydes is really showing a lot of promise. So, what do we know about heavyweights? We know that they usually peak in their mid-30s, like early to mid, even late 30s. The thing to remember about Curtis Blaydes is he's 28 years old. And every time he gets in the octagon, he's showing us something new. Mm-hmm. The notion of Curtis Blaydes being a one-trick pony and only being a wrestler, I think that was put to bed when you knock out or get a TKO victory against one of the best boxers the heavyweight division's ever seen.
Right.
Do I think that Curtis is ready to challenge Stipe just yet? I'd probably not. I want to see him fight one more time. Yeah. I think DC and Stipe have unfinished business, and there's an expiration date on that given DC's age. But
DC was looking thick in the octagon.
Oh, yes, he was. But I think we see Curtis in the octagon fighting for a world championship belt
in 2020.
No, I think we see it before he's 30.
Yeah.
He's 28 now. I think we see it in the next 18 months.
So young for heavyweight.
Stipe is not the most active champion we've ever seen. We don't know what's going to happen with Francis now.
With Rosenstrike.
And Rosenstrike. Obviously, he could spoil the whole party for
I would like
Francis
to see
and everybody.
Razor Blaydes versus if Ngannou gets stopped by Rosenstrike, Rosenstrike fight Razor Blaydes, winner that takes the winner of Stipe DC. And
a little semifinal type of thing.
Yeah, because Razor Blaydes has lost to Ngannou twice.
Right.
So we don't really need to see that again, even though that's one of those fights where if you saw it a third time, there very well could be a different outcome.
Yes.
I just think Ngannou has something that just stops Razor Blaydes.
Yeah, it's called a punch from hell.
Yeah, true. But it was weird. I thought that once Stipe showed how to beat Ngannou, which is Supreme Wrestling, which Curtis Blaydes has, I thought that because before when Razor Blaydes fought Ngannou, nobody had beaten him and nobody had seen how it was done. Then Stipe showed everybody the blueprint. And you would think Curtis Blaydes would be like the perfect guy to go avenge a loss against Ngannou and beat him because of the style that he fights, but he couldn't get it done.
I think we do maybe even see that fight a third time.
Yeah, and that's one I wouldn't get tired of.
No, and Francis is older than Curtis Blaydes.
Who knows how old Francis is?
I think he's in his mid-30s. I want to say he's 34. If I'm wrong, he's 35.
Wow.
But don't quote me on that. But Curtis Blaydes is a very young heavyweight. Mm-hmm. He's a very young fighter, but by heavyweight standards, he's just an infant. And he's showing us things now in these last couple of fights that he's really making leaps and bounds improvements with his striking and combining that striking with the grappling in a way that's super effective in MMA.
I got a good one for you. It just came to my mind. And this is a long ball. It's one that we have to we plant the seed now and let it go because it's going to take a while. But I would love to see when John Jones defends it light heavyweight a few more times and comes up to heavyweight eventually. Him and Curtis are around the same age, and I think that would be pretty cool to see 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years down the road, Curtis Blaydes versus John Jones.
Yeah, very possible.
If John came up to heavyweight right now, in my opinion, he's so much faster than them as a light heavyweight, but also he's so much faster because of his youthfulness. He's still so young, and all the big names in the heavyweight division are pretty old, even the Ngannous in them.
Yeah.
But Curtis Blaydes is super young, so they'll both be around the heavyweight division. And my guess, it would be like 3 or 4 years from now, but that'd be a good fight.
That'd be a great fight.
Be fun.
Good on Curtis Blaydes. He's making improvements every time. So tough loss for JDS though.
Yeah.
Where does he go from here? I don't see him climbing the mountain and getting back to a title shot in his UFC career at least.
No. What about, Dana would probably not like this, and Scott Coker would probably love it. But what if he went over to Bellator and shook some things up in the heavyweight division over there? That would be cool.
Yeah.
Go fight Ryan Bader, another power puncher.
Yeah, there's some fun fights, and
Fedor.
Making the move to Bellator for a lot of guys is not always. A lot of people, I think, still look at it as like, oh, you downgraded or you couldn't hack it, or for some people it makes sense.